with your outspoken interest in the occult, have you been targeted?
The only thing that ever happened to us was way back around the first full-length album of Sulfate Melissa, where one song was picked by the PMRC as, it was put on something they called the Filthy 15 list. And
Right.
But even Madonna was on there, and it's like, it was just it, and it's like, I don't think they can come and point fingers at us, if they want a discussion, I'll be there, because it's, what we're writing about is what's going on in this society, and especially between human beings. We have had so many letters from people saying, wow, man, that hit me really right in the heart, I could relate to that so much. It was nice to see somebody actually write something about this, and take the last King Diamond album is about, it includes in the story, it's not what the whole story is about, but it also has something about child molestation, and I think it comes across very, very clearly what I think about that in that album, that people who are guilty of child doesn't die, doesn't matter, it's the same as killing a child, I'm just, those things, they upset me so much, and I just had heard a case here in Texas about this guy who had just been released, went out, did exactly the same again. These people should die slowly, I'm sorry, but
Sure. Well, absolutely.
That's my opinion.
I have an open mind, and I'm interested in all types of things, and anytime I form an opinion, I like to read the opposing view to make sure I have a well-balanced opinion. You have been a proponent of Anton LaVey's teachings for quite some time.
The very first thing, usually, if people come up to me and say, do you believe in the devil? Or, are you a devil worshipper? I'm like, hey, first of all, you explain to me what the devil is and who it is before we can continue talking. Because if I start saying something, it's usually the Christian Satan or devil, that is
right.
on people's mind, because that's the most widespread, or probably one of the most well-known characters in this entire universe. And, I don't personally believe in either the Christian God or the Christian devil or Jesus, those three deities has nothing to do with me at all.
Right.
And what I believe in is a whole different matter, and it's not something you can find in LaVey's book either. Because when it comes to the spiritual side of things, the religious side, there is nothing in LaVey's book about those type of things. Very much so, very clear as well, it would take some time to explain, but they are very, very clear to me. And in LaVey's book, it's life philosophy, and there is nothing about the spiritual side. Because as he says, I agree with him in that we are all different inside, and therefore we have different needs, and we have different needs to believe in different things. We are different human beings. We can't believe in the same thing in the same way anyway. So he leaves a big open space for that, for you to decide yourself,
Yeah, where you're going with it. And he
said something very interesting earlier. You said you always try to look into the opposing side of even your own views, and I certainly do the same, always.
Right.
And that's why I've always had full respect for all types of religions or any kind of people,
Mm-hmm.
If people don't bother me, or you can get along and have a good time, I couldn't care less if they're Christian or Buddhist or whatever they are, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, just don't try and convince me to become something like that.